I'm Gayle Guyardo. Welcome to Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, a full hour dedicated to your health and wellness. So get ready to bloom. It's no secret, many men don't like going to the doctor, but why don't men seek help? Some health experts believe it boils down to men just don't like being vulnerable. So today we're tackling men's reproductive health concerns. Joining us now to talk about men and their reproductive health are Doctors Garner and Teekell-Taylor, who are the founders of Docs Outside the Box and Kids Outside the Box. Doctors, welcome to Bloom.
Hi, Gayle. Good to be back.
Thank you. Great to see you both. So I know that we've spoken in the past about testosterone levels in men, but what other types of health issues do you treat men for at your clinic?
Well, Gayle, we like to treat the whole family, and we know that men have very different concerns than women and children, but we also have found they're a little hard-headed. But we do know that if it has anything to do with libido, sexual function, or the hair on their head, they're going to listen a little bit better. And that works for us because what's good for all that is good for the rest of the body. So we teach our men to get proper nutrition over a good period of time, and before you know it, their testosterone levels are raising naturally, and that annoying bald patch on their head that everyone hates starts to sprout hair.
That's incredible. So can you give me more examples of success stories that you've had at your clinic?
Oh, sure. We have an older, mature gentleman who came to us with two very manly issues. The first was chronic prostatitis, which is pretty common, and it's an inflammation of the prostate or an infection, which can be uncomfortable, gives you a lot of discomfort with urination, and makes you have to go to the bathroom all night long. His second problem, which was even more unusual, was something called Peyronie's disease, which is a slow deformation of the penis so that it gets fibrotic on one side and starts to curve. This gives you trouble with urination, and it makes intercourse almost impossible or painful. There really isn't a good treatment in Western medicine for Peyronie's disease. So we approached him as we normally do. Good whole food nutrition, some herbal supplements, and then we threw EECP at him, which is a very powerful tool for all parts of the body. And he's been at it for about 3 months. His prostate is getting to a smaller size. He doesn't wake up in the night to urinate anymore, so he's sleeping well, and things are starting to straighten out down below. It's amazing.
That's fantastic. Now, has your clinic treated any male athletes?
Always. Anytime they come, the funny thing about athletes is they're a little superstitious. You have to convince them to do something different. If they will feed themselves the way we teach them, they get better endurance, better time, and faster recovery.
And we touched, slightly on men having to get up and urinate throughout the night because of certain health conditions. Any other ways that you treat men for that?
Absolutely. Like the gentleman she spoke about, we approach it first. We have to figure out what's behind it. Is it an infection? Is it an inflamed prostate? Is it an emotional issue? Is it slow blood flow to the penis? Either of those we'll approach from a different way, but if they will, in fact, do what we ask, everything recovers and they will stop urinating at night.
Oh, that's really great to hear. And we talked about this a little bit at the top of the show. Men can be stubborn when it comes to going to the doctor. I know my husband is guilty as charged to that. What as women can we do? Because many times it is the women or the people that love men that bring them to the doctor. So what can we just do to support their overall health?
Well, I was going to say make the appointment.
Right.
But also what we do with our men is we lay out what they need to take and don't ask them to do it, we just do it for them. And that tends to be the theme in our clinic from all the families that come.
And can spouses and partners come along with their men to appointments?
Oh, absolutely. Although there often hasn't been a lot of open discussion between the couple, we encourage it because what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
And like you said, a lot of these conditions that you guys are talking about, there's an underlying health condition going on there, and that is what you always approach, because with Docs Outside the Box and Kids Outside the Box, each individual patient is treated for their exact needs.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
All right, well, ladies, I can't thank you enough for joining us on Bloom today. It is always a pleasure to see you.
It's always fun, Gayle.
Thank you.
All right, Docs Outside the Box and Kids Outside the Box are in St. Petersburg. You can reach them by calling 727-498-8898 or visit online at docsoutsidethebox.us. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this.